Good morning folks and welcome back to the channel. HappyCattyCrypto here, and let's just dive straight into it. You, me and my squeaky chair. Folks, before we do dive into this, consider dropping a like, consider subscribing, consider supporting the channel. If you've got LUNC, you can delegate with our node. We are fighting to continue pushing on in LUNC, even with the huge price drops and everything like that. If you feel like supporting, it would really help us out. We're looking at crypto bubbles on the week and it's looking a little bit up, a little bit down. Mixed signals, don't really know where we're headed. Lots of different things going on, lots of blockchains, lots of different opportunities. Never forget that, folks. So this video is well overdue. There is about to be a huge shift in the weight, the scales, everything, the balance of harmony as you see it in LUNC, because what's about to happen is around 4 months ago we did pass a proposal and it was tight. As you can see, this was a tight one. Okay, this really, it's not something that validators want, especially the old guard who want to keep that voting power for the simple fact that they can have say and sway over things that they don't really have much involvement in whatsoever. So ultimately this passed and we've been waiting for this to get put forward. And the reason why this one's taken a little bit longer, and we're going to be getting on to when it's going to be dropping, I've got an exact date and everything for you folks. Ultimately, when you make a change like this, normally what happens is you make the change but it's not forced. So that would actually mean that anyone with a 0% commission rate would not be forced up to 5%. It would mean that only new validators joining the space would be forced to go 5% or above. This makes it so everybody that's below 5% gets put up to 5%. Something needs to change. It's absolutely crazy with the centralization of power on nodes that don't even have, anything really to do with this blockchain. They're not building anything, they're not doing anything. And I know there's a lot of them that are. I know there's a lot of new guard and I'm not including them. I'm simply just going on about the old guard, these really big kind of projects that are doing a lot of work elsewhere. And LUNC is just, it's strange why they continue to what I think, I think it's like big man, small man syndrome, that kind of thing, but who knows. What we do know is and this is the exact date from what I know, from what I've been told. On June 14th, this goes live. That's 12 days time. Guess what else goes live? Parity. We reach parity on that day. Is absolutely insane with the amount of changes. Like I said, there's going to be so much coming in the future for LUNC, where I think we're reaching this sort of stage where we're going to kind of go explosive, because what hopefully is going to happen from what I'm thinking, and this is just my humble opinion, validators are now going to have to work. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to be building, projects and things like that to actually hopefully get any voting power. And what we've got to now do is sit and think to ourselves, well, hold on a minute. A lot of these high validators actually have large treasuries, right? So, for example, Terra C Vita has a huge treasury. This is why I believe they have so much voting power, even after they had the Terraport crash. And, that's a lot of liquidity they've got locked in. It's pretty obvious after what happened in the reflection case of the data of, how many ejected out of that node to what remained. It sort of really lit some kind of candles in my head. But you see this with other validators too. For example, Thorchain, huge amount of coins that would have just been picked up, throughout the time, especially as LUNC is just so cheap right now. You can pick it up for cheap, you can delegate that, and you can bring your voting power. And what everybody's doing is they're just simply accumulating. So what I'm hoping this is going to do is change the scales, if not instantly, but over time, because we're sitting at 7%, and as you folks saw, I have my wallet open. Okay, that's a month, okay, worth of, I know it's like a month and half a week, so it's like, just over a month's worth of commission, right? It's not enough. It's $2,000 running costs currently for a node. You know, it's not enough. And hopefully with this shift in power, people, and I get it, people, you know, they want the most that they can get from it. At least now it's going to be the same across board, that all nodes have 5% minimum and no one has 0% fee, which makes it absolutely impossible for new nodes to kick off. We're very fortunate because we've got a strong backing of a community like you folks that are listening now that choose to delegate with us. Hopefully this is going to bring more people to an honest node like ours. Hopefully this is going to begin to shine light on nodes that are doing things like, I keep seeing things like, oh yeah, you know, PFC, you know, you want to delegate with them. PFC are a node operator. They're the exact same as all nodes. And it's just like, do people even do research at this point on, you know, these real high powered sort of nodes and what they're actually doing? And it's like, you know, it's got to this point now where I've always felt like nothing's going to change, but guess what? I'm feeling like things are going to change. You know, this minimum 5% commission fee is going to be a game changer, not for myself, but like I was saying, for all the small nodes that are struggling. If you wanted to start a node, you and your friends, you wanted to get together maybe, boom, you may have an opportunity for the simple fact that across board, it's a minimum 5% commission fee. This is really good. This is like something that we needed from the beginning, because if you look at all of the different kind of blockchains, and for example, right, I was talking about Flare yesterday in my video, even with all the negative Nancy's out there, are like, oh, he's leaving LUNC. Never leaving LUNC. I was the first man in the trenches, and by God, if this blockchain dies, I'll be the last man out. I can tell you that much. If you look at other long pause there, if you look at other blockchains that are like ours, for example, if I look outside of the cosmos, what's one of the kind of good blockchains like ours? Flare. If you go over and look at the nodes that operate inside that active set, it is so balanced on voting power. If you go over and if you switch your network, simply, you know, I don't know if I can do it with this, because there you go, I can do it. So if we go there, let's go to stake. Let's take a look at manual stake. Let's drop down the nodes and you can see how balanced it is. Look, barely, you know, you see the odd node, 1.10%, but look at how balanced this is. I mean, come on. This is what we need. We don't need centralization of voting power, because it becomes like, you'll see it with quite a lot of different things. We always wait for that same thing. Oh, you know, it's all down to Binance. Well, it's not like that over on Luna. Okay, they haven't got this sort of voting power over on Luna, and this is me looking inside the cosmos. All of the other blockchains that operate in the same manner we do inside the cosmos are like this. LUNCDAO has just over 1%. So you can see what I'm getting at. So Thor Maximalist has 2.32%. That's the highest we've seen so far. So that's about as centralized in voting power as it gets, I believe, for Luna. So guess what? You know, all the people in this blockchain here need to be voting consistently all the time. You know, it doesn't come down to one group of people. And, you know, that's the even more funny thing, right? Like, I did a video on Flare, but ultimately, I'm always going to be here for Luna Classic, no matter what. I haven't gone and built a node on Luna. I'm not, you know, taking the payouts that people are being handed to report on Elmo and Pepe, because believe me now, folks, the emails are real, the handouts are real. That's exactly what happens. I'm still here, I'm still doing videos, and I'll continue to do videos. I have the energy to run 2 channels at one point with 4 videos a day, every day. That's 8 videos in total. I think we can handle, you know, doing coverage, you know, here and there for Flare. I think it's important for us to utilize another blockchain, considering we need unique holders, we need liquidity, we need to be able to not only do staking on our own blockchain, but possibly do it with Flare. Because guess what? For example, and I'm going to be doing a video on this shortly, you know, whatever your holdings are, say you have those staked, right? Guess what? You're getting staking rewards. Oh, and then you get a monthly airdrop every month of 12% of your holdings. So it's like you get some more, and then you get some more. And it's like, we could be a blockchain like this. Nodes like myself can, we can give airdrops. I can create a coin right now if everybody would like, and we could just airdrop it to all of our holders. We could just airdrop it. It's as simple as that. It really is as simple as just creating it and airdropping it. But what I want to do is find places where we can utilize their airdrop systems to bring different stuff. For all I know, we could end up creating an IBC bridge with Flare, and it could benefit us in so many different ways because of the way they operate, the way their smart contracts work. And guess what? We're upgrading. Parity's coming, on the 14th of this month, and we're going to be at a stage where, our smart contracts actually work with their smart contracts. We're working on a very old smart contract system. There's a huge world out there for us to dibble dabble with and dip our toes in different places. But guess what? I'm a node operator. I showed you the wallet here. I never hide anything from you folks. I'm as honest as they come. I'm currently paying towards the node to run it. I'm being told, by people around me that, do the same thing. Dude, you need to go up to 8% commission or a 9% commission. You can't keep doing this. And it's just like, I'm doing exactly what you folks are doing. I'm holding on, I'm doing everything, at the last second when our legs are getting chopped off. I've got no choice but to up the commission again like I had to last time. It's, we're all holding on. But guess what? Just because I've brought, another coin forward or another blockchain, I get it. You guys are upset. If you are upset, I get it. You're worried that, he's bringing another, it doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change the path that I'm on and all of my different projects. I'm the only node operator that's a node operator. I've created LUNC Dash, which was LUNC, I've got my own website. I've got all of these different things going. I've got 4 projects I'm working on independently on my own. I've brought 4 projects to the LUNC blockchain. The list goes on. I don't need to go through those things. If, I'm not going anywhere, folks. More videos coming out today. Have a really nice morning. This has got me in a very, very delightful mood. Just not this. This is a hindrance. But, seeing that 5% commission raise on the 14th alongside Parity with all of the other good things we've got, it's going to be game changing. Folks, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. Beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me. None of this is financial advice. It's all been for educational purposes only. Drop a like on the way out. It really does help the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.